Hi y'all, Bobby here again. This week we're going to talk about food. So, I would consider myself a pretty decent at home chef. I've cooked pretty much most of my life and lived with some chefs in the past who taught me a few things. So, let's move on down the list. So, one thing that I've done a lot of is sous vide. So, sous vide everything. I would like to try their sous vide short ribs with scallops and potato latkes for the side. Sous vide everything is a channel I kind of fall back on if I want to learn different sous vide tricks. Definitely a cool channel to check out for if you're trying to just dabble in the sous vide. He shows you everything, all the methods, all the techniques he uses for doing sous vide, and then kind of walks you through the process and does some experiments with sous vide too. Really neat way of doing it. I like his channel. I've learned a lot. His side dishes, I do a potato side dish that he makes that is phenomenal. So moving down the line, so let's go to Gordon Ramsay. So this is something I've actually tried. His quick, simple dinner recipes. The very first one I've made, which is a sausage and rice and bell pepper type thing, it is really good. Want to try that again? It is worth cooking. I've cooked it multiple times. I've cooked it enough times that I can pretty much just cook it without watching the directions. And then there's this one recipe, this channel I've watched for years is Barbecue Pit Boys. Their beer can bacon taco pepper burgers, something I want to try. It's a mouthful, and it looks like that thing is a mouthful too. It's basically a beer can burger wrapped in bacon, full of taco style sides and stuff with onions and peppers and jalapeno and salsa and all that. So definitely worth trying. So moving down the line to something else I would like to give a shot to, Josh Wieselman's How to Cook Fish Without Messing It Up. Now, I've cooked fish multiple ways, and I've done some of the methods he talks about, and there's some that I would like to try that he definitely shows you different techniques of how to cook fish. I've done the pan searing and cooking on the grill. I have a nice grill pan that has like little holes in it, so when you're cooking fish on the grill, it doesn't stick as easily like it does on the grill grates. So another thing I would like to give a shot to, and I've tried, is Pro Home Cooks. These 15-minute breakfast will change your life. The very fast one is the frittata. I've done the frittata and it turned out just the way he said it would. Just take your time with it. It works really, really well. And then Sam the Cooking Guy's insanely delicious Hawaiian style ribs. Now every year I cook ribs on my grill. I smoke them and then bring them in and finish them off in the oven or grilled ribs. It just depends. I've tried a couple of different styles. This is definitely one I would like to give a shot to. This Hawaiian style ribs. It looks really good. Definitely for a summer treat for some ribs. And then after Sam, let's go to About to Eat, how I cook 25 pounds of potatoes. There are so many things I would like to try with this, the way he's doing these potatoes. There's one method where these big cylinders potatoes are slowly cooked and seared on the bottom, and then they come out and they look really, really good. I'm going to give that one a shot. It would be something you would make to impress your guests. So, after About to Eat, you got Sorted Food. Chefs vs. Reddit, how to make the best carbonara. So, I've made carbonara for years. I like to use bacon. I know it's not the traditional way of doing it, it's just a quicker way of doing it, but I definitely want to try it with guanciale, the traditional way of doing it. I'll have to give that one a shot if I can find it. Uh, I will give it a try very soon. And then Meat Church Barbecue Mexican pulled pork. Now I like pulled pork. I've made pulled pork. I made some the other night in the slow cooker, and this is a really neat twist on it with salsa and different spices that make it kind of a Mexican style. I will give this one a shot for sure. And then the last one is something that I do all the time. It's Epicurious is the best way to carve a whole chicken. And this works with just poultry in general. You can use this to carve a turkey. I've carved this way for years. It turns out really good. It's the best way to carve a whole bird. And then you can also use these same techniques to carve raw, some of it to carve a raw bird as well. So keeping all that in mind, definitely check these channels out if you want to learn something about cooking. And I've learned some stuff with these channels. They're really cool channels to check out. And if you want to check out some music channels that I talk about, they'll be up in the corner here. give them a shot. And as always, thank you. Like, tell me what you think, and we'll see you next week. Have a good day.